what's up guys? Before we actually get started with this video, if you guys are interested in live day trading, live group classes, alerts, or just be involved with other people who are also knowledgeable in day trading, or again, the same as you, or just have questions, or just want that help you want, then do have a Discord in the link. If you guys are wanting to do that, you guys are welcome to join. But other than that, options there. Let's get straight into this video. Hope you guys enjoy this video. It's a lot of decent sauce, or it's a good amount of sauce. But again, hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get into trading. What's going on guys, it's Fabrics here. Today we're basically going to be going over my trade recap and how you guys are able to kind of like understand and view the market, and again just how well in general stick to basically like your bias. And yeah, a lot of people took longs in the morning, and this is just an example of like how you could just be patient. Literally just be patient in the market, look for what you want to see, and then again, patience in the market is going to reward you. But again, let's kind of go over like why I took this trade to the downside. So let's actually go through my thought process in like the beginning of the morning, right? So obviously again during the pre-market we had like all this little like downside, right? Or yeah, just in general, we had like this huge like sell off, right? If we go on the higher time frame, what are we gonna be looking at? Well, obviously we're gonna be looking at draws and liquidity, right? So here I wanted to see this draw and liquidity actually be hit. When we understand like price market or price action, we understand that price moves for four different reasons, right? We're either generating highs or lows, right? Or liquidity, right? We're going to a liquidity spot, so we're going to again this liquidity here, or we're gonna go into a fair value gap, right? Which yeah, we're just gonna be retracing to fair value gaps or order blocks or whatever, right? Or we're gonna basically rebalance, right? Rebalancing means like when again a price or when price moves up, like or when price makes a big move, we want to pull back to rebalance to continue that move, right? Here again, we see that we are now downtrending here. What do we want to do? We want to come down, rebalance up to go lower, right? Basically following the trend down here. So understanding that we're in a downtrend, understanding that we're again trying to look for that drawn liquidity. If we go on the higher time frames as well, we could kind of like see like the whole reason why we were downtrending here as well. We could see like on the higher time frame, we start inserting hourly fair value gaps here. And just in general, like we had like the whole market structure shift on the hourly here, and then we started creating inversions here. So just again, in general, market's kind of like bearish as of right now, as of what we're looking for. Well, yeah, as of what we're looking at right now, market is moving bearish, and we're just kind of like trying to follow along with that. Obviously, this setup happened like on Friday, right? And then this kind of like followed through, right? So what happened on Friday actually followed in the pre-market, right? But now let's actually go on the smart time frames to see if we could hit this drawn liquidity first before ending up going higher. Because what do we do every single time when we take a drawn liquidity? Right here, for example, we took this high right here. We took this high right here, and then we again had displacement on the smart time frame, right? I'm pretty sure like this was like on the 30-minute. Let me actually see real quick. Nah, yeah, we had like this 1 hour inversion, right? Then we started creating more fair value gaps to the downside, obviously targeting where the low is here. Whenever we take a high, we want to take out a low, right? So we come up here, we took out these lows here, and then now we're trying to take out this main low down here, right? But now let's actually kind of go on the smaller time frame. Well, I understand that okay, the market's trying to move to the next drawn liquidity, which would be here. Now we're gonna use the smaller time frames to actually kind of like align that and then just kind of like look for that, right? So again, this video is like 3 minutes long. All right, so now we're gonna understand like, well, yeah, the whole reason of my shorts in the morning, right? So if we actually go on the 1 minute here, we see that again, price has this high that's keeping us underneath. We see price actually came down underneath this low here. All right, what did I want to see? A retrace into the discount to go lower. So we kind of like mark our fibs from here to here. All right, we see that this is our area for shorts. What do we want to do? Obviously place puts, right? I actually entered this like at 38, somewhere right here, right? And then from here, we set our stops above the fair value gap, target basically the low here. if we break underneath this low and get a decent amount of volume to the downside, we want to see, well, yeah, this low now get taken. But as of right now, well, yeah, this is a decent trade, right? For the downside, we see right here, we actually had like our first initial move here. We had a reaction. So we're actually in profits on this trade, right? This is where I started like scaling out a little bit because this is why, right? We had this right here and I was like, all right, nice. We were back at break even, right? And then we had another move down here. Then this is where I just scaled out. And then again, we got stopped out. We got stopped out on our first trade, right? Again, this would have been, or this was a green trade for a minute. This was actually like 20%, right? And then we got stopped out. We got stopped out, and yeah. This trade actually ended up being a trade for the upside. A lot of people caught this, right? They saw that this inversion happened. They also see that they had like this little change in the state here, right? Which again caused the move all the way up here. But I'm still looking for shorts. Why am I looking for shorts? Because again, what I just said, right? Well, I just kind of like explained. I'm not gonna explain myself again. But again, we're looking at price on a higher time frame, right? Price only moves for again those reasons, right? And as of right now, we're rebalancing on, well, yeah, this entire move, right? We created like all this move right here. What are we gonna want to do? Just rebalance, right? So again, some people caught the trade to the upside, which they caught the pullback to come up. And for me, I was just waiting for that pullback to come up to go lower, right? So again, if we use our fibs from, let's actually use the 5 minute here. If we use our fibs from here to here, we can now understand that this fair value gap here is a fair value gap where we're most likely going to see a rejection, right? That's how I spot my fair value gaps by using the fibs, right? Now let's actually go on the smart time frame, and then now let's look for confirmation, right? So now we're going to be on the 1 minute looking for confirmation to, again, we're inside that hourly, not hourly, before, again, after 7 o'clock, right? Another hourly candle forms, right? But yeah, from here we got inside our 5 minute, right? A lot of people again would have inserted like puts here, right? But they don't have confirmation because again, if you're entering just like fair value apps like that, like on the 5 minute without confirmation, it's not gambling. Again, if you want just a higher probability, right? I could have entered in shorts here, like the second we tapped in that 5 minute, right? I could have entered in shorts, right? But I want to be more comfortable with my trade. I want to be like more like, okay, I'm for sure this is gonna happen because we have this, this, and this, and this, right? You could have answered in the 5 minute, right? But this could have easily got inversed, and then we could have seen the upside, right? Oops, let me get out of this full screen. How do I get out of this bitch? All right, there we go. We could have easily inversed this to again continue this whole move from down here. Would have this move be the reason why we're gonna take these highs here? No. This move could be the reason why we're rebalancing, which again, this is why I wanted to see price just come up higher to go lower, right? Because in order for price to move lower, we must move higher first to, yeah, follow the trend to the downside, right? So from here, what are we starting to create? More market structure, right? We see that we have a fair value gap that we need to inverse now and the change in the state here. You guys need displacement for your fair value gaps to work, right? So we see that this area, if we close underneath, that will activate our change in the state. We see this fair value gap, or if we inverse, that's going to be our inversion fair value gap, giving us confirmation that, okay, this 5 minute is going to see a reaction down, right? And again, this 5 minute lined up with a 1 hour bearish fair value gap. So now we are inside bearish confidences. Now we use smaller time frame confidences, or not confidences, smaller time frame confirmations, or they're the same shit, to now validate our reason why we're gonna uh, yeah, be short and be bearish with the bearish confidences on the higher time frames, right? So from here we see we inverse this fair value gap. Now we're waiting for our change in the state because for this trade to be high probable, we need displacement. We need displacement, or else the inversion fair value gaps are, they're gonna work. It's just not gonna be as high probable because if you have an inversion fair value gap, it's gonna work, but you want that displacement for it to be like, all right, for sure, this gonna work. You know. From here, we got our displacement. Now, wait, no, we don't. I'm capping. We didn't get our displacement till like more down here, right there. So we got our displacement here, and now we're seeing where we're gonna enter. If we use our fibs from here to here, we understand this area is our area to enter, right? So our short position would be here, right? From here, I entered inputs, right? And now I'm looking for targets. Where am I going to target? Well, obviously, we had this whole move up here. We see that if we had this whole move up here, we're going to have some sort of reaction to some sort of fair value gap. So I understood that this fair value gap here is an area where we could see a bounce back to the upside. Because again, we are moving to the upside. We are basically, yeah, we're starting to see some sort of reaction to the upside. So we're gonna look at areas of possible bounces, right? We also see price targets liquidity, so we're also gonna target that liquidity here. And if we do inverse this, we could possibly target these as well, right? So from here, now what are we doing? Now just, well, we're already in our shorts, right? We're having our take profit all the way down to this low here, to this fair value gap here, right? So we already have a decent amount, right? Price moves where to the fair value gap here. From here, we take our profits, right? Take our profits, or if you want to hold down this trade, you want to use recent structure forming to, again, drag your stops even lower, right? Basically like that. From here, we actually see that we got some sort of bounce on that 1 minute fair value gap because, again, that was going to be our 1 minute fair value gap to see more upside. If we wanted to see more upside, we would see this high already been broken. But again, we held underneath our setup, right? And we actually was able to get another short again, right? All the way inversing this. If we inverse this, then we could target these lows here, which price did exactly just that. And that's basically like the trade recap. And I hope you guys understood this video, right? And how my thought process was. Again, I was patient, right? I did not react to this move. I wasn't like, oh fuck, like, bro, we moved to the upside. I gotta go to the upside. I'm gonna instantly place calls. I was wrong in the beginning, like whatever. Like, no. If you guys have that thought process, get off the charts like ASAP. You just go touch grass or whatever. Here, if you were like a beginner trader or like a lot of traders mess this up in the beginning, they see that, oh fuck, I'm wrong as shit, whatever. Like now I'm gonna fall to the upside, whatever, right? You would have seen if you actually stayed with your setup, you would have caught like whether you wanted to catch this whole move here or if this move didn't happen, you still caught a decent move, right? You still caught this move like this, right? And if you wanted to again hold the trade for longer, you would have caught this whole move here, right? So again, regardless, if you look for the confirmations and if you look for the setup you want, you're gonna get your outcome, right? Which is why I say be patient. Be patient, wait for your entries, and again, wait for again the opportunity to present itself. And yeah, I mean the opportunity presented itself right here. I took my trade to here, caught 40%. And yeah, if I held more, this could have been way more. But was I in that position to hold? Obviously not, because I took a loss here. So again, I don't want to be greedy. I understood, well, regardless, here we actually pulled back into, again, our stop loss. So we would have been stopped out if we held this whole bitch. But actually, our stop loss was down here. But I took my entire position on this fair value gap, right? Because we saw an instant reaction up, right? Be patient, understand market structure. You don't have to catch the whole move. Just catch this move here. And just by catching moves like these, you're going to be fine and you're going to be consistent. You're going to be profitable. Literally just have this mindset of, okay, I have a bias. I'm going to stick with it. And yeah, even if you're wrong, just stick to what you want to see and you're going to see it happen, right? Because a lot of people took the trade to the upside. I'm seeing a lot of influencers going like, like, who just caught this upside, whatever, right? Shut the fuck up. Just focus on yourself. Focus on what you want to see. Focus on what is happening right now. You don't have to understand what the market is doing 24/7. You literally only have to catch this piece, right? You don't have to catch all this bullshit, just this piece. And I promise you, this is going to help you become a profitable trader with along with your rules, patience and discipline as well. Um to again catch well, consistent gains. But yeah, hope you guys understood this video. Hope this clarified some things. And yeah, if you guys like this type of content, I recommend you guys to subscribe. I'm gonna keep posting more, and again, some more vlogs and like whatever, right? A lot of like educational shit. Um, again, more content in the future coming soon. Or I'm still posting that bitch. I'm gonna keep continuing content. I mean, I'm gonna keep posting content. Subscribe, put notifications on, whatever. And yeah, it's Fabrics. If you guys want to join the Discord as well to again be live and catch these trades with me, the link is in the bio. Right, I'm more active there too. Um, you guys could talk with me and like my members and like just be in a community full of active traders. But yeah, if you guys are interested, join the link down below or whatever the fuck. Honestly, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not telling you, but whatever. It's Fabrics, and yeah, I'm out.